Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Ma'am, your voice is feeble.
Yes or no? Can you hear me?
Ma'am, your voice is low, ma'am.
Did you complete that question? What
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the answer?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I got two answers for that VS.
One is 500, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ah, yes. Whenever I am also going to solve the problem. Whenever we do the problem with the equation Vs by Vp is equal to Ip by Is, we get the answer 500 volt. Or otherwise, if you are using the equation of efficiency, then we get the exact answer 450 volt, right? Ah, yes.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think it is better to do this problem with that of this efficiency. Actually, we need to get the same answer, but I don't know what happened here. So whenever the efficiency is given, you must do that problem with using the equation of efficiency. So the answer will be 450 volt, not 500, 450 volt. So the answer is option B is right, 450 volt, 15 ampere. Okay, use the equation for efficiency. When we are using the equation Vs by Vp is equal to Ip by Is, we get the voltage in the secondary Vs is equal to 500 volt. Actually, it is wrong. So I think it is better to do the calculation using the equation of efficiency. Okay, can we move to the next question?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
about others? All of you get the 450 volt? No response.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we can move to the next problem. A series LCR circuit with inductance L is equal to 0.12 Henry, C is equal to 480 NF. NF means nanofarad. R is equal to 23 ohm is connected to a 230 volt variable frequency supply. What is the Q factor of the given circuit? Q factor of the given circuit. Is it 21.7, 2.17, 217 or 12.7? There is no unit for Q factor. What do you mean by Q factor?
Ratio between inductive reactance to resistance or capacitor reactance.
Yes, it is the ratio of inductive reactance to that of the resistance or capacitive reactance to that of the resistance. And Q factor means quality factor. And this quality factor is something related to what? It is related to sharpness of resonance, not sharpness, resonance. Quality factor is a term related to that of the resonance of LCR circuit. And we know that we can calculate this quality factor using the equation Q is equal to chi L by R, or Q is equal to chi C divided by R. So here you can use any one of these two equations in order to calculate the quality factor. But unfortunately here the inductive reactance or capacitive reactance is not given. So we want to calculate it first. What is chi L?
L omega.
L omega. Chi L is equal to L omega. And omega is the angular frequency. Does the frequency is given here? Read the question carefully. A series LCR circuit with L is equal to 0.12 Henry, C is equal to 480 nanofarad, R is equal to 23 ohm is connected to a 230 volt variable frequency supply. What's the Q factor of the given circuit? So here we can use either two of this equation, chi L by R or chi C by R. But here chi L and chi C is not given. We want to calculate it first. Chi L is equal to L omega. And we know that omega is equal to 2 pi f. But here the frequency is not given. Then how we can calculate omega? There is one more equation is there to calculate omega. Try to recall that equation quickly.
1 by root LC.
Yes, very good. Omega is equal to 1 by root LC. So here quality factor is something that is related to that of the resonance. We know that the resonance condition under resonance chi L is equal to chi C or omega L is equal to 1 by omega C. By rearrange the equation, we know that omega square is equal to 1 by LC, which implies omega is equal to 1 by root LC. Okay, so here the value of inductance and that of the capacitance is given. Inductor is with inductance 0.12 Henry, capacitor is with the capacitance 480 nanofarad. So we can easily calculate the value of omega using the equation. Omega is equal to 1 by root of LC. That is equal to 1 by root of inductance is 0.12 into capacitance. Capacitance is 480 nanofarad. That is equal to 480 into 10 raised to minus 9. Conversion of nanofarad to farad is into 10 raised to negative 9. 480 into 10 raised to minus 9 farad. Omega is equal to 1 by root of LC, that is equal to 1 by root of 0.12 into 480 into 10 raised to negative 9. Find the value of omega. Did you get the answer? 1 by root of 0.12 into 480 into 10 raised to minus 9. Srihari, what about the value of omega? Is it over? Emmanuel, did you get the answer? Value of omega?
No, ma'am. Doing.
Okay.
I got 48 into 10 raised to minus 6 root 5.
48.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aditya, what about your value?
Ma'am, I got 1 by root 576 into 10 raised to minus 2.
Okay. So you need to find out the square root. Adul,
I got 10 raised to 5 by 24.
okay, 10 raised to 5 by 24. All right. Michael, Aryan, what about your value? So whenever we solve this, we get a value like this, 4.16667 into 10 raised to minus 9. When we solve this, we get 1 by root of 0.12 into 480 into 10 raised to minus 9 is something like that. 4.16667 into 10 raised to negative 9. So we can remove this decimal point and we can write 4167. 4167. So this is the value of omega, 4167. Then how we can work out the Q factor? Equation for Q factor is chi L by R. Chi L by R, where chi L is nothing, it is L omega divided by R. Q factor, Q is equal to chi L by R, that is equal to L omega by R. Or Q factor, Q is equal to value of inductance is given 0.12 into omega. Omega is 4167 divided by the value of resistance 23. Find the Q value. 0.12 into 4167 by 23. In the next class, I will show you how to use the logarithm tables. Today, I forgot to download the image of logarithm table. Okay, and it's nowadays it's noted that along with the question, CBSE sometimes provided the value of all these, sometimes in the square roots and tan theta, cos theta, sin theta values. Anyway, I will give you an idea about how we can use the logarithm table in the next class. So quality factor Q is equal to 0.12 into 4167 divided by 23. Try to find out the quality factor. 0.12 into 4167 divided by 23. So when you multiply 0.12 into 4167, you get 500.04 divided by 23. 500.04 divided by 23. What about the final answer? Is it 21.7, 2.17, 207,
1.7.
21.7? Actually, we get, whenever we divide this 500.04 by 23, 21.74, but in our option we have 21.7. So option A will be right, 21.7. Okay. Next question. To reduce the resonant frequency in an LCR series circuit with a generator, option A, the generator frequency should be reduced. Another capacitor should be added in parallel to the first. The iron core of the inductor should be removed. Dielectric in the capacitor should be removed. To reduce the resonant frequency in an LCR series circuit with a generator. To reduce the resonant frequency in an LCR circuit. I sent all these questions to your WhatsApp group, class group. Now try to read the question and give me the answer. To reduce the resonant frequency in an LCR series circuit with a generator, what action that we need to do here? The generator frequency should be reduced, or another capacitor should be added in parallel to the first. The iron core of the inductor should be removed. Dielectric in the capacitor should be removed. Actually, the answer is option B. Another capacitor should be added in parallel to the first. Okay, another capacitor should be added in the parallel to the first. And the reason is this. We know that frequency of oscillation. What is the equation for calculating the frequency of oscillation? Frequency of oscillation. In LCR circuit or LC oscillation. What is the equation for frequency of oscillation?
1 by 2 pi root LC.
1 by 2 pi into root LC. So from this equation, it is clear that the frequency and that of the capacitance of a capacitor, they are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, so here we have two ways in order to reduces the frequency of oscillation, reduces the resonant frequency. One way is either increase the value of inductance or increase the value of capacitance. Okay, so here both the inductance and that of the capacitance are inversely proportional to that of the frequency of oscillation, that is the resonant frequency. If the capacitance is increases, the resonant frequency value reduces. Similarly, if the inductance value of inductor is increases, again the frequency of oscillation, that is the resonant frequency, reduces. Okay, so here we have option B. If we add another capacitor added to that of the circuit parallel to that of the first, what happens? The capacitor value is automatically increases. If the capacitor value is increases, what happens to the resonant frequency? Resonant frequency is reduces. So to reduce the resonant frequency in an LCR series circuit with a generator, we can add one more capacitor. So if we are add a capacitor parallel to that of the first, the effective capacitance increases. If the effective capacitance increases, resonant frequency decreases. Is it clear?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Our question is how we can reduce the resonant frequency. Resonant frequency means frequency of oscillation associated with that of the LCR circuit. How we can reduce the resonant frequency. So for that, here we are using the equation. The frequency of oscillation can be calculated by 1 by 2 pi into root LC. This is the equation for calculating the frequency of oscillation in an LCR circuit or an LC oscillation. 1 by 2 pi into root of LC. So from this equation, it is clear that the value of inductance and that of the capacitance is inversely proportional to that of the frequency of oscillation or the frequency. Both the inductance and capacitance are inversely proportional to frequency. Inversely proportional means if one quantity increases, other quantity automatically decreases. Okay, so here we have one condition. Whenever we are adding the more capacitor into the circuit, the effective capacitance will be increases. If the effective capacitance increases, what happens to the frequency, resonant frequency of the circuit? Is it increase or decrease according to this equation? Frequency of oscillation is inversely proportional to capacitance, or it is also inversely proportional to inductance. So here we have two ways in order to reduce the frequency of oscillation or the resonant frequency. One way, we can increase the value of capacitance or we can increase the value of inductance, because both these two terms are inversely proportional to that of the resonant frequency, frequency of oscillation. So if we are adding one more capacitor to that of this LCR circuit, the effective capacitance is increases. If the effective capacitance increases, the resonant frequency or the frequency of oscillation decreases. So from this question, you get one more point. The resonant frequency is inversely proportional to inductance and capacitance. The resonant frequency is inversely proportional to inductance L and capacitance C. So here we can explain this given phenomena with the help of the second option. Another capacitor should be added in parallel to that of the first. Then what happens? Effective capacitance increases. If the capacitance increases, resonant frequency decreases, or thereby the frequency of oscillation is also decreases. Now the next question, it's a true or false type questions. Alternating current does not cause electrolysis. Is it true or false? Alternating current does not cause electrolysis. Try to recall the concept of electrolysis, what you have studied in chemistry. Electrolysis. What do you mean by electrolysis? Electrolysis is something associated with the phenomenon of electroplating. Here we are using which type of current? Is it alternating current or direct current during electrolysis? The Leclanché cell, something associated with that of this electrolysis phenomenon in chemistry. So alternating current does not cause electrolysis. Is it true or false? It is true. Alternating current does not cause electrolysis, because electrolysis is a process that takes place in the presence of battery, the direct current, okay, in the presence of anode and cathode and all. Okay. So whenever we are applying into an alternative voltage source or an alternating current, what is the speciality of this alternating current? It changes its direction and magnitude at regular intervals. Okay. So we know that in the case of electrolysis, the ions are deposited on the anode and cathode respectively. Okay. If you are applying it to an alternative source of EMF or alternating current is applied to this kind of anode or cathode, what happens? The deposition of the ions takes place back and forth manner. They are oscillate between the anode and cathode. The exact deposition of ions are not takes place in the anode or cathode, because in the case of alternating current, they are always changes its magnitude and direction at regular intervals. Its value is increasing and decreasing manner. As a result, the deposition of ions are not takes place in a correct order inside the anode and cathode. So alternating current does not cause electrolysis. It is true. Electrolysis is a phenomenon that takes place in the presence of direct current. Second question, a current I is equal to I0 sine omega t minus pi by 2 flows in an AC circuit. Also, an AC potential E is equal to E0 sine omega t is applied across the circuit. The power consumed in the circuit is 0. Is it true or false?
True.
True. Why?
Power in an inductor is 0.
Yes. Power in an inductor is equal to 0. The average power that is generated in an inductor is equal to 0. Power generated by inductor circuit and also by the capacitor circuit is also equal to 0. Okay. Or we can say here the current and the EMF, they are out of phase by a phase angle of 90 degree. That is cos 90 is equal to 0. So this second question, second statement is also true. Now the third, the nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is DC. The nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is DC. Try to correlate this statement with that of something that you are studying in the 10th physics, electric generator. The nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is DC. Any guess? Is it true or false? The nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is DC. Armature is nothing, it is a rectangular coil that we placed between the poles of the strong, powerful magnet.
False.
It is false. Why? Because in the case of DC generator also, the current generating will be alternating in nature. And there we are using a device called commutator. Did you remember that commutator? Commutator is a device that is used to change the direction of the current. We can convert the alternating current into direct manner. So that is why we are using commutator in a DC generator. Okay. So the nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is not DC, it is AC, alternating current. And we can convert this alternating current into DC current with the help of a commutator. So this is a false statement. Because the nature of current in the armature of a DC generator is not DC, it is AC. Now the fourth question. A circuit with high Q value, high quality factor value, has a narrow resonance curve. Is it true or false?
Now,
Yes.
what is narrow resonance curve?
Narrow resonance means it is not wider. We get a sharp curve. This is the resonance curve, graph of resonance, sharpness of resonance. If the resonance is not sharper, we get a wider graph like this. Narrow resonance curve, it is a sharp curve. A circuit with a high Q value, high quality factor. Quality factor, something related to that of the sharpness of resonance of an LCR circuit, has a narrow resonance curve. Narrow resonance curve means sharpness of resonance will be high. It is true. Greater the Q value, greater will be the sharpness of resonance curve. Okay. If higher the Q value, higher will be the sharpness. Sharpness increases, narrowness also increases. Okay, narrow resonance curve. Otherwise, we get a wider resonance curve like this. That is, greater will be the bandwidth between the two frequencies. So higher the Q value, higher will be the resonance, or more sharpness will be the resonance curve. It is narrow in nature. The next question. At resonance, the current and the generator voltage are in phase. At resonance, the current and the generated voltage are in phase. Is it true or false?
True.
It is true. At resonance, the current and the generated voltage, they are in phase. Resonance condition, chi L is equal to chi C. At resonance condition, the phase angle between that of the voltage and current is 0. At resonance, the current and generator voltage are in phase. It's true. The last one, at resonance, the impedance equal to resistance. Is it true or false? It is true. At resonance, the impedance equal to resistance. It is true. Why? We have an equation for impedance. Z is equal to root of R square plus chi L minus chi C the whole square. And we know that at resonance, chi L is equal to chi C, or chi L minus chi C is equal to 0. Then impedance Z is equal to root of R square, or Z is equal to R. So at resonance, the impedance is equal to resonance. It is true. Now fill in the blanks. The average power dissipated in a pure inductance is dash. Is it a tough question? The average power dissipated in a pure inductance is dash.
0.
It is 0. Average power dissipated in a pure inductance is equal to 0. Average power dissipated in a pure capacitance is also equal to 0. Actually, the second question is not from this chapter. It is from electromagnetic induction. Try to find the answer, but inserting an iron core in a coil, dash its coefficient of self-induction. It is not from this chapter. It is from electromagnetic induction. Inserting an iron core in a coil, dash its coefficient of self-induction. Increase or decrease?
Increase.
Increase. Whenever we are inserting an iron core, it will increases the amount of magnetic flux associated with that of that particular coil. It can be a solenoid, anything like that. Thereby, the coefficient of self-induction is also increases. The third question, at resonance, the impedance of the series resonance circuit is dash. At resonance, the impedance of the series resonance circuit is dash. Now read.
Resistance.
Yes, it is purely resistive. At resonance, the impedance of the series resonance circuit is purely resistive in nature. Because at resonance, we know that the impedance Z is equal to R. Now we have the assertion reasoning session. I think we have 5 more minutes. So read the assertion first. When a capacitive reactance is smaller than that of the inductive reactance in LCR circuit, EMF leads the current. So when you have get this assertion and reasoning type question, first you check whether the given assertion is correct or incorrect. Then you just read the next reason. When a capacitive reactance is smaller than the inductive reactance in LCR circuit, EMF leads the current. Capacitive reactance is chi C, inductive reactance is chi L. So according to your assertion, capacitive reactance is smaller than that of the inductive reactance. Or chi L is greater than chi C. Capacitive reactance is smaller than that of the inductive reactance. That is, chi L is greater than chi C. Then EMF leads the current. Is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Is it incorrect? Chi L is greater than chi C. Chi L is greater than chi C means it is in the case of an inductive circuit, purely inductive circuit. For a purely inductive circuit, we have an just shortcut to remember ELI. E for EMF, L for inductor, and I for current. So if chi L is greater than chi C, it is purely inductive in nature. Then in an inductive circuit, we know that who leads current? EMF leads current. So what do you think? Does the assertion is true or false?
True.
It is true. It is correct. So if chi C is greater than chi L, we can say it is a capacitive circuit. Then we can say it is incorrect. But here chi L is greater than chi C. So here EMF leads the current. If chi L is greater than chi C means it is purely inductive. Inductive reactance is greater than that of the capacitive reactance. Now you can concentrate on reason. The phase angle is the angle between alternating EMF and alternating current of the circuit. Is it is true or false? The phase angle is the angle between alternating EMF and alternating current of the circuit. Phase angle. It's true. Phase angle is the angle between EMF and that of the current. So now you can think whether this reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Anyway, it's the time. Go through this question.